Alright guys, well thanks for joining Incredible TV for another session here on my stream. For those of you who don't know, I did get Legend on this account, so I'm going to go ahead quickly and just go over the deck that I used to get that. Well, I used handlock. Pretty much played it exclusively from like rank 5 up. I went back and forth with Druid, but I found this to be definitely the most effective. So it's a really standard build. 2 Soulfires, 2 Mortal Coils, good removal. I played the Power Overwhelming Leroy Faceless Manipulator combo, and I do enjoy 2 Faceless Manipulators because not only can it copy one of your Giants or the Leroy for the combo, but anything else the opponent throws out. So definitely want to play the Power Overwhelming. You don't even need Leroy. I mean, with a Giant, that's 12 damage. That's a pretty significant amount if they can't deal with it. Win a lot of games that way. Ancient Watcher combo with Ancient Watcher, Iron Beak Owl, and any of the taunters to give it taunt or to let it attack. It also combos really well with Shadow Flame, so it's a good card for any of you on the fence of it. It has its uses for only 2 mana. You get a lot of good combos out of it, but it definitely needs something else to be effective. I like Blood Mage Thalanos in my deck because I found without it, I ran into a lot of problems with Mortal Coil and Soulfire and Hellfire and Shadow Flame. Your spells in the deck that end up doing damage, but being able to do 2 and kill a monster was super valuable instead of just 1. Soulfiring for 5 won me games, but really, I did a lot of games where I would play Thalanos and then followed up with Hellfire. What this allowed me to do was deal 4 damage to the board. So for 6 mana, I would effectively Flame Strike their board, I mean, and my own, but it also does damage to the enemy hero and yourself, so lowering your Mountain Giants or your Molten Giants cost is helpful, but it also helps for a finisher. I actually won a lot of games with Hellfire, Hellfire, Soulfire for 10 damage when your combo is spent or they don't expect it. It really just provides a little extra damage, which is really nice. Iron Beak Owl for the Watchers, but also just to get around taunts so that you can swing through with your Mountain Giants or disrupt anything your opponent wants to do. I played with 1 Iron Beak Owl for a long time. But 2 proved to be just really valuable. If I played 2 Shadow Flames, I would maybe only play 1 Iron Beak. And I say that because you have a better mass removal, and you're going to use your Watchers for the Shadow Flames more often than you'll use Iron Beak on the Watchers. So you kind of have that flex pick. Sun Fury Protector, obviously, give taunts to the big guys, or the Twilight Drakes, whatever, to give stuff to stand in the way. Earthen Ring Farseer is not only good to extend your life and stall in the game to get to the big guys, but it also gives your giants health, which I mainly did. If you see your opponent swipe a giant and pass, it likely means that they're going to swipe again in the future, or they have some kind of plan, charge in. A druid the claw or something like that. So based on their plays, you can kind of you can really ruin a lot of plans by simply just healing your creatures. Very underrated thing to do, but almost more valuable than your life total. Like I said, Hellfire is really good for board clear. A must to play 2 right now, just due to the amount of aggression with backstep or backspace rogue and Zoolock. So there's a big debate: is how many Shadow Flames, how many Hellfires? 2 and 2, 2 and 1, 1 and 2. Right now, I like 2 and 1, and I think that's actually a more balanced pick for the deck. I like Shadow Flame to be the niche one of, than just if I had 2, I always had 1 when I didn't need it. Sometimes even 2. Fenrir Vargas, great card. Add taunts, +1/+1. Leroy Jenkins for the combo. Twilight Drake, big beefy creature on turn 3 or 4, depending on the coin. I talked about Faceless. Siphon Soul, I only like 1 of. Against aggro decks, it was such a dead draw. Mountain Giant's a dead draw against aggro decks, so I found 1 to be just fine. As long as you play around the idea of I only have 1 Siphon Soul, so I'll use it when I need it, it works out just great. Sunwalker was a tech a lot of people have been throwing in. I really enjoyed it as well too. It's stalled out a lot of games. It does the same thing as a Taunted Giant. They still have to run 2 cards into it in some fashion. Giants maybe 3, but Sunwalker did just great. And then the 2 Mountain Giants. So please leave any comments in the video below, or come check out my stream, and I'm always open to questions and talking about decks, advice, getting people to Legend. It's a very tough task, but if you guys are up to it, I'll be happy to help you get there. Thanks. Please throw in a like or a comment, and have a great day.